All right, hey, on today's show, we're going to be talking about Ubuntu 20.04, Focal Fossa. It was recently released on the 23rd. We're excited to talk about that today. I'm JC, your host, and this is Be With TV.
You show your shit that you might not know. Welcome, my friend, to the Be With Show.
All right. Welcome to the show. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, y'all. Y'all come on in here. Y'all come on in here. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Settle down. I'm your host, JC. This is Be With Television, uh, the channel for all things open source, tech news, updates regarding computing and technology. That's kind of in a nutshell. But today, you can see up on the screen here, uh, 2 days ago, they just released and dropped the new Ubuntu 20.04 long-term support release. This is exciting for me because I've been a fan, a big supporter, fan, user of Ubuntu for many years. So this is exciting for me to come on and kind of drop this video for you guys and walk through showing you guys the new operating system from Ubuntu, the latest Focal Fossa. Take a look, check out the check out the new logo for that. This one here, it's nice. They every time they come out with uh, a new version, uh, they give it these kind of off the wall kind of names and stuff over animals and things, or not just animals, but uh, um, things that represent what Ubuntu is about. So I like some of the, this is kind of cool here. I like that picture there. But I want on this video, this show today, we're gonna download, or I've already downloaded, but if you need to download it, you can get the ISO of the latest Ubuntu from Ubuntu.com, and you click on the download link here at the top. See, it drops down, gives you your desktop. So we're going to install the desktop. We're going to walk you through doing that. Take a look at some of the new installation features. Take a look at some of the new features of the desktop itself, and see what the hype is. I didn't like do any beta testing and stuff like that. I like to wait for the stable release to drop and then kind of dive in and take a look at those. There's a lot of videos that have already come out. Not a lot, man, that I've seen. But you're with Be With. You want to be with the best. So I appreciate you guys coming here, taking a look, and taking a time out of your day to allow me to show you and talk to you about this new system. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to take a little minute and switch over to my my virtual machine here, and we're going to walk through installing this, so bear with me. Okay, all right, so there we go. And here we are, and let's, all right, so once you get this started and loaded up, what you're going to see is a check disk. It's going to first check out the disk, make sure everything is good. You can stop this. You can see they have a Control C option to cancel, but this is this is all brand new for us. So we're stepping through this just like you're stepping through this, but I'm a little familiar with some of the process, so we'll go through. Look at no errors found, so it's going to continue the process. This is new here. This is kind of a slick little loading option, little loading logo here. the spinning Ubuntu logo. So you didn't see that before. And this will be part 1 of 2. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This will be part 1 of 2. So we're going to do a fresh bare bones install. Then I want to show the next part 2 will be, we'll step you through upgrading your existing distribution. All right, so we don't want to try. So we want to install Ubuntu. So go ahead and click on install. All right, so a lot of this is the, standard install steps that you would follow through on some of the previous Ubuntus. So this keyboard layout, we're English. We're going to click continue. Okay, all this is typical. You got your update software. We're going to do a normal install. We'll leave that selected as the default. Download updates while installing Ubuntu saves time. Yeah, we're going to leave that checked. I always like to check this too. Install third-party software for graphics and Wi-Fi hardware and additional media formats. So that's a nice thing to have checked. Sometimes you run across proprietary stuff that this will solve. Okay, let's click continue. Okay, so as you can see here, there is an existing OS install, so it'll detect any current operating system that you may have installed. So you can, by default, it wants to install it alongside. You could potentially boot into either one. We don't want to do that. We want to erase 1804. 18.04 LTS and reinstall. Okay, this I did here. This is new here. So check this out. So if you click on, you want to erase and install Ubuntu, they actually have, you can select LVM. You can encrypt that and then take a look. This is also new, and new feature for Ubuntu is using the ZFS file system. This is it's Oracle's new Oracle's file system type of. Oracle's been using this for years. It's designed by Oracle. So ZFS is pretty slick. It allows you to do like real-time captures and snapshots of your, to make backups, things like that. It's a different kind of file system. They have it listed as experimental because it's something, it's new to Ubuntu. They're rolling this out, seeing how this will seeing how this will fare. So for the purpose of this and walking you through doing a basic install, though, we're going to leave everything as the default. So we'll select none on advanced features, and we are going to select erase and install Ubuntu. Erase and install erase 18, and we're going to reinstall. This will reinstall the 20.04 LTS. So we're going to say install. All right, then it pops up, says you're going to write these changes to your disk. And it's just letting you know it automatically formats and creates the partitions on your drive for you. So if these look good, go ahead and click continue. See, they got this little spinning little icon on the arrow. All right, so you'll select your time zone. Excuse me. Get a little parched. Let me get a little. All right, so you're going to select your time zone based on where you're at in the world. You hit continue. All right, so now we're at who you are. We're going to set up our new box. We'll leave it as the default. You can put whatever your username, computer name. It'll generate that name based off the username you type in and the type of machine you're on. You can change that. It'll create the test name here. Generates that based on what you type in username. And obviously you create your own password here. And you can just, mine, I just got a simple password here I'm using. So, but you create whatever you want. Make sure it's pretty strong, okay? At least at minimum of 8 characters. You want to mix and match those up. So we want to require my password to log in and click continue. All right, so this is off to the races here. This is going to start copying the files and getting our new Ubuntu installed. This is going to be pretty nice here. I'm kind of excited here because let me see what they say. There's a lot of new features and stuff. Let me see here. What do they say here? And you know, I like, you know, I don't run the I like to use the long-term support releases of Ubuntu just because you have the support, you get the security updates and things like that for several years. Let me show you here because I want to show you guys this. Let me see here. Where is that release cycle? Excuse me. So just to give you you know, this kind of let you know here. So this is up. We're at right now. Currently, we are at Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. See, in your LTS versions, you get you get extensive security maintenance and standard release and maintenance updates. So this was here. We're in 2020 April for the Ubuntu 20.04. You know, it basically there's support for this all the way through little over past 2030. So your long-term support releases get a ton of support throughout the years, so you don't have to worry about, you know, maintaining updates as opposed to the little rollout releases that they come out in between the long-term support releases. Those you only get about 9 months of kind of standard support from those as far as security updates and releases and things like that. So that's why I go with the long-term support releases. Ubuntu's built and based off of Debian, which is one of the most long time supported. It's very it's robust. It runs on a plethora of platforms, and it's just very stable. So you're gonna get a stable system running Ubuntu. So if you want to go grab you like a little coffee drink or whatnot, this will take a couple of minutes to run through this and install. So while that's doing that, I will take a quick commercial break, bathroom break, or however you want to call that, and we'll pop back in as soon as this install is done. Which actually it looks like it's going pretty quick here. So I don't know, we might not take a break here. But yeah, you guys take your break here. We'll join right back here shortly, okay? As soon as this is done. You don't need to watch the screen here. And we'll go through and talk about the new All right, so we're back. We are back. Let me get my screen up here. All right, there we go. Make a little adjustment here. Bam. Okay. All right, so we're done. It looks like we've completed the installation. Everything went just as expected, looked okay. All right, so now we're ready to restart. Let's go ahead and do that. Restarting. All right, so just make sure you remove whatever thumb drive installation medium that you have. Make sure I don't have anything in here anymore. Drives. Okay, everything's out. So we'll hit enter. Gonna reboot. I like that spinning logo right there. That's slick. So this is gonna get loaded up here. We'll log in. So this is your kind of your boot screen. And here we go. We've got our login screen. This is kind of nice here. This is kind of new. Obviously, looks like we'll be able to have our own picture there. So we're gonna click on our new user. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is different. What is this down here? Okay. Imagine if you have some different desktop environments, they would show up here. Okay. And you can actually click on to see or not see your password. Okay, let's go ahead and log in. And you can either hit enter or I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button there. And once you do that and hit enter, all right, it's going to get us logged in. Give us a second here. So upon login, looks like we get our Ubuntu single sign-on. You can connect some online accounts. They've got Nextcloud and Microsoft, which is that's pretty cool. Okay, so you got some connectivity for setting up some online accounts here. We'll skip this. So I don't have anything to connect here. Live patch. I like this. This is actually live patch. Live patch would require the Ubuntu single sign-on. Get set up with that, and you can set up the live patch where you get these live updates where for mainly security, those updates will get applied to your system and without any intervention or reboot being required. So that's pretty slick. I do like that. Take a look at that if you guys want to get that set up. Says popped up, I got something that says software updaters ready. It's probably some software updates. Let's go ahead and click next. Help approve Ubuntu. This is like just helping send developer information. I'm not going to do anything at that for right now. We'll hit next. Location services. This allows application to determine geographical location and indicate an indication is shown when location services are used. That's interesting. Okay, it must seem like similar like some of the mobile applications where they want to use your location services. They use your phone's location service to know where an app is being used at. For this, I'm going to select no because this is just for our tutorial here. Did I click next? Oh, there we go. All right. Says you're ready to go. You can use software to install apps like these, and these are some of the common applications. You've got Skype, Spotify, Slack, VLC. There's a media player here, and so you can click on Open Software Center. And one thing what's new in the new Ubuntu is that many of the applications and things are done using snap packages. So you're not going to have the standard. You can install the standard a standard Linux application, but on this new version, these are mainly designed to install snap packages, and those are like self-contained applications. Very easy to maintain, a lot easier. So if you have a problematic application, it can be easily removed, not affecting the whole entire system. So this is kind of the layout here. As you can see here, there's it got a ton of categories here. Tons of categories that you can go through, select from, and choose. Games, utility, finance. They've actually separated a lot of this out here. Excuse me. So this is pretty slick here. There also, okay, here we go. There it says there's some updates. Do you want to install now? I'm gonna go ahead and install these updates. If you do get a message, install the updates. Go ahead. So let's kind of just let's navigate around here. If you take a look here, the new design of the desktop is a little new here. So if you see here, we've got some newly designed icons, and you see here it kind of sets them up as I highlight them, gives us a little grid layout style here. We're gonna go here. As you can see here, they've got the new here's our new icon theme. You can see here it's a lot different than it was previously. Okay, navigate around here. A lot of these still look familiar. We've got power off, log in, log out. We've got suspension. Let's go to our settings. All right, so we've got our standard Bluetooth, and we've got our background setting. There's a few new, they got some new background images here. I typically like to do the auto. It kind of circulates through the various background screens throughout the day. So now this is new here. You've got some window themes, and one in particular is the new dark mode. As you can see here, see how everything just switched over there for us. A lot easier on the eyes. Still have some of the same adjustments, but they put this new light mode and dark mode in here. Let's see what the light mode looks. So this is light mode, and doesn't look like there's much difference. Okay, here we go. Yeah, standard mode. We see, okay, yeah, the title bar kind of changes. And dark mode. I like that dark mode. So we can go down here. You can still see there's a lot of similar of the same setup options that you get here in settings. Go back. I think this is new on the applications here. You actually can go in and turn on and off the notifications. So that's pretty slick here. See what they got in privacy. Connectivity checking. This is new. Connectivity check used to detect connection issues and helps you stay online. If your network communications are being monitored, it could be used for gathering technical information about this computer. Okay. And obviously see they got location services here. You can turn that on and off. Thunderbolt, there's nothing there. Here we got file history. You can go in and make adjustments here. Got our lock screen. This is a little something new here. And then we got our diagnostics under privacy. Let me see your online accounts. That takes us through that. And you see they've got a few extra ones on here too as well, even Facebook. Okay, we've got sharing. You can do your screen share, power, display. Like I said, all of these are pretty much some of the standard settings that you would find in the previous version. Okay, all right, so that's that. There we go. Looks good. It feels pretty, pretty streamlined. You know, they did get rid of that Amazon icon that used to get loaded up. So, and this is all pretty much, these are all the standard applications that are installed. So you got Cheese for your web camera. There's a few games on here monitoring this Big Thunderbird. We've got our software center thing. Okay. There's our good old fancy, our good old terminal window there. All right, so that looks good. I mean, I like this. It feels, I like the way it feels. It's using the latest GNOME desktop environment. See here, I mean, you have a lot of the standard stuff. Okay, yeah. So that looks good. Wired charging. So this is Ubuntu. So the new Ubuntu, you get this sharper look. You actually get a on that boot screen, the initial boot screen. It does have a OEM. It has the ability to it'll show you the logo of an OEM logo depending on the machine you're installing it on. So for example, Dell, Lenovo, HP, things like that. We're loving the new logo design. I love that new logo design. Let me throw that background screen back up there so you can see that. I like the background screen. See, okay, right click. We can say change background. They've got display settings and settings. You can access. That's new. You couldn't used to do that before. So I like you take you right into the display settings right from the desktop. So that's slick. I like that. You can go in there, right to it. Let's go change the background. Turn it back to the focal logo. So yeah, I like this. That new logo, it just fits. You also, like I said, we have the change in. Had to change. Changing the desktop screens that you have, your selection there. We're using GNOME 3.36 is the latest version of GNOME. And there is, I believe there's there's a fingerprint login. If your computer has that capability, um, it gives you a fingerprint, an option to, where is it at? Screen lock. And I want to, it's not showing on here because I actually don't have that capability, because this is I'm running this in a virtual machine. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't, okay, yeah. It's not going to show me that because this is in a virtual machine, which I don't have a fingerprint reader. So nonetheless, it has the capability of doing a fingerprint login, which that's, like I said, if your machine has that capability, you can do that. There's been some a little bit better design for accelerated computing and gaming. So if you want to run Steam, you can do that. And so that's pretty slick there. And as I said, they have the you have an option to select the new ZFS, ZFS file system, which is a new file system. So this is it in a nutshell. It's not very hard to install. Excuse me. There's a couple of new features. I mean, it's running the latest, the very latest, greatest Linux kernel. I think it's the let's see here. I can see what kernel version we're running here. Okay, yep, here we go. So here we go. We're running. This is kernel 5.5.4. You can see I'm running this in a virtual machine, so it's not going to give you that much information. But this is kernel, Linux kernel 5.4, which is the latest kernel, all the latest enhancements. As far as a WireGuard, VPN is built into the kernel by default now, so you do have some security features that you can set up. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have much. I mean, it's a standard install. I wanted to show you guys the new Ubuntu, the new look, walk through setting this up and installing this. Let me close that. And so if you're out there, you want to give it a go, boot it up. You can test drive it, take a look at it, try it out before you do install it. If you're a Windows person and you want to transition, you're trying to move to running a Linux style platform, there's an option to install. You can install alongside of Windows, kind of creates like a dual boot scenario, so you can do that as well. I encourage you, get out there, try it out, just even if you just want to test it. It's a lot streamlined. The new look that we're seeing here. Didn't take long to really install. I'd say at most maybe 25 minutes or so from start to finish. And like I said, there's a few. Most of the most of the performance enhancements and features are more so internal and background things that you may not necessarily visually see or notice, but visual aspects, you'll see that it looks a little bit different. We've got some upgraded icons, things like that. You can, like I said, we showed you the dark mode, window modes. You can switch between. So in it, and upon install and completing the install, you see that there's several online accounts you can connect to set up your whether your Facebook or your Google account, things like that. So they're pretty integrated. All right. So I hope you guys like this. Got something out of it. Leave your comments and questions and things below. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to this channel. I'll do a part 2 video, and what we'll do is we'll do an upgrade. Okay, we'll take a 18.04 and we'll do a distribution upgrade and upgrade that to the latest focal fossa. What you see here. I'm your host, JC. This has been an awesome show. I'm glad I was able to get this out to you guys just to show you. I was pretty interested. I didn't really do any like I said, do any beta testing of it. I wanted to wait till it was released. I downloaded it, and this is me walking through the install, taking a look and see how it works. Hope you like this. Like I said, questions, leave them below. Go take a look at our website, bwit.net, for all information on kind of what we do, things of that nature. Take a look at our merch shop. There's a link in the description below to all our merchandise, as well as our tech store. So like I said, I hope you guys like this. That's all I have for you for right now. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. You'll be notified when I drop part 2 of our Ubuntu long-term support release to focal fossa. We're going to do a distro upgrade. All right, y'all be cool, y'all be easy out there. Peace and love, and I'm out.